welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
We are just about ready for football here at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Tonight, a tough AFC North matchup. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals fans, please welcome your 2025 Cincinnati Bengals.
Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen, the rookie, Tyler Luke, set to kick things off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here come the Bengals. And Greg, there is no denying the talent of this man. Joe Burrow led the league in passing yards and touchdowns a season ago.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Burrow here on second down. He'll find Andre Yusevich. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Gesicki, the man in motion. They'll run here with Brown. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping to his left. He'll be taken down well short of the first down. Gain of about 4. And it brings up 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Lejante Wester deep for Baltimore. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looks like he might have gotten there early. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Into space at the 45. And he's going to be taken down. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Second down, Jackson. He's going to run it. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Baltimore.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
There's a give, heading right, it's Henry. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
In motion goes Likely. On third down, Jackson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Ravens will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The Pro Bowler the last 2 years, Nnamdi Madubuike, in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. A carry here for Brown. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up third down.
Gain of 6 brings up 3rd and 7.
from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Yosibov.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
Here's Ryan Rico now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Fair catch, taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead, see if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 7. A give right up the middle to Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense is going to get set to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. The middle of the field. That's taken in by Chase. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 6.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. It's Bengals football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. To throw is Burrow. As caught, Gesicki on the right, and he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
25-yard line.
Go for a gain of about 4. Tackle there by Trenton Simpson.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Brown. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
6-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
2nd down, Burrow. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Andre Yosibov. Touchdown, Bengals. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. The kick is good, and the Bengals move out to a 7-3 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Justice Hill to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they'll manage to pick up about 4. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Raven first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
First down, Ravens.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down. The shotgun, here's Jackson. This one caught downfield by Flowers. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
Waste of time.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
To the air one more time with Jackson. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Jackson going to keep it himself. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Back at the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Jackson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens are on top. It's now 10-7.
Ravens 10, Bengals 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Jermaine Burton. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. They'll start out, 1st down and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. Open man, downfield, Chase has it. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
I can only imagine what went through his head as that play developed and he realized his guy was one-on-one with a safety. That's a complete mismatch on paper and even more so on the field. And once he sees it, he's going to attack it and they come away with the touchdown.
McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bengals are on top. It's 14-10. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Pistol give to Henry. Room to run at the 35. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
And a Raven 1st down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage, and I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Jackson now on second down. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
The tackle made by DJ Hill.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Quick slant into the hands of the speedy Flowers. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone.
And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
At the 7-yard line.
In motion goes Likely. First and goal, and it's Henry. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. Try it again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Jackson now. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock.
It is brought in the end zone. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14.
Bengals 14.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. On first down, Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on second down. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll look. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but this is going to go down as a big loss on the play. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet.
And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2. Kicks off. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll get about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Now Lamar gonna hang on to it. And he's gonna be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Ravens 1st down.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
They'll run here with Hill. 1st down and more inside the 15. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal. In motion comes Andrews. On play action, here's Jackson. To the goal line and in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the 1st half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this 2nd half. Point after, coming up here. He's got it, and the Ravens go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead.
14.
All right, Scott, thank you. 2nd half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Jones now on the return. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Bengals offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. The deficit is 10, 24-14. The work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. Trying to connect with Chase Brown on that one. And it'll bring up second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. A first-time Pro Bowler a year ago, it is Kyle Van Noy getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On run play. This is Hill. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Third and short, Jackson. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And they will finally run him down. A big play there for Baltimore. 38 yards.
First down, Ravens.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
3rd and 11. Here's Jackson. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. A gain of 11 there, and a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up the first set of downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Pistol formation with Jackson. Short, complete to Likely. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense, and I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
On fourth down, it's Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Jones now on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. On the ground, it's Brown. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down, Burrow. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And they'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's Hill. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Ravens bring their punt team out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now, a fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That's complete. It's Tiburon. And he'll be forced out of bounds. 25 yards, the pickup there. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
2nd and 11. Now, Burrow. That's into the hands of Tiburon. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
15 yards.
His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Now, this looks like a design run. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. That one taken in. Andre Yosibov. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On is McPherson for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Bengals are back within 6.
Makes the score. Ravens 27, Bengals 21.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. And in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In motion goes Likely. Play action now. Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Open right side is Likely. A gain of 15. Well done. Facing 3rd and 14, they pick it up.
And the Raven 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give them 6 on that play.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 4. Hopkins sent in motion. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
Coming open, that's the tight end Likely. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
Gain of 15. 1st down, Baltimore.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Taylor gripped on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 6. They'll stick with him again. And that one going to be closed down to the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, Jackson. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. And he's going to get awfully close close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
It's a gain of 8.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The offense is out there, 4th and inches. They'll try to run, and he's going to have the Ravens first down. They managed to convert. They'll keep the drive alive. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll go with a counter on first down. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Now a give up the middle. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage. He's not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there, no gain.
It is 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
So on is Tyler Luke in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And he has missed this one. No good. And they will not be able to make this a 2-possession game.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll drop to throw. Gets away quickly, and it's caught.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Burrow. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is caught. Finding Higgins. 15 yards through the air. It's a Cincinnati first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Complete to Chase Brown. A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 27-yard line.
So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night from Cincinnati.